What is going on, guys? This is the Kai Beam Podcast, episode 6. It is your boy Kai Beam, and of course, we got Gamdo,
What's up?
and we got Mr. Elusive.
Yo.
So we did just a quick blurb here. We did record an episode last week, but there was so little topics that we just decided not to even put that episode out because it was just so short and there was not really any point.
Sign up
But
for Patreon and you get a
sign up for page.
I mean, if they wanted to, if we had a, if there was a Patreon, we'd probably put it up there. I mean, it was like a 45-minute podcast, and I mean, yeah, it was rough. I mean, starting new jobs and stuff like that, we were all tired, and yeah, it just wasn't it. So came back with another one, the real episode 6.
Yeah, the energy's back, baby.
Yeah, and this nigga is actually here because the last time, we tried getting this man to join and he was just fucking collapsed somewhere. Oh, under the weight of all his work. so
Shit.
yeah.
About collapse though.
We're back like we never left in this bitch.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of collapse, man, we're gonna start out with the heavy one. We're gonna talk about the Astro World thing. Now, it is kind of messed up. We're not really messed up. I'm so glad we didn't release the episode because at the end I said join the Illuminati. You remember that, Beam?
Join the
Yeah,
Illuminati.
you're
Oh
gonna
yeah.
have to explain the entire details of that until me because I still have no idea what the hell is going on.
Yeah, so okay. Last weekend, Travis Scott held his Astroworld concert. People were very hyped about it. There's a lot of artists, and yeah, there was a lot of casualties. It was originally 8, now it's 9 people that have died. It was a disaster. It was a complete disaster, and a lot of people are blaming Travis Scott for it. It's kind of fucked up, to be honest, because I think the situation is all around bad, but I blame everyone. I blame Travis Scott, I blame the event coordinators, and I blame the crowd as well.
Yeah.
Because what you had going on here, and you can kind of go into detail with like why everyone is to blame, but like I guess kind of going from the main man, Travis Scott. For one, he's had a record past of kind of encouraging the crowd to do like stupid shit. He told one of the photographers at one of his concerts to like get off the stage, and they're like, "Yeah, go beat this man up. Get the fuck out of here. You don't work for for me. You work for some photo company." And then he convinced one guy to like jump off a balcony, and he paralyzed himself for it. He's kind of just did a lot of stuff right here. He's kind of like tried to adopt this rager persona with his concerts, and it's really gonna affect his career. And on top of that too, like when he did his apology, that shit was so bad. Like the dude literally sat on camera with his hand on his face, just looking like he had to explain his mom that he missed the bus to school and he didn't want to get his ass whipped. Bro, I mean, I'm telling you, this guy seemed like he was not sympathetic at all, and that's the only thing that was probably the most egregious part. I don't blame him for the fact that he can't actually see people. Like, there's a lot of people, and a lot of people are trying to put the blame on him that he's trying to he's not going to stop the thing because people are saying stop the show that are all the way in the back. You can't hear or even see anything like that. So it's just like I don't know what people expected him to do.
Exactly. And isn't it one of like isn't his shows kind of like, from what I heard, like kind of like mosh pit shit, which is where like mosh pits
interactive kind of show or something.
Mosh pits are notorious for like people getting hurt and shit, and like
there are like mosh pits are like you can get hurt from mosh pits, but it's not really just the fact that it was a mosh pit. It's because it was overcrowded. It's because of the fact that people literally stampeded into the concert for no reason. I don't know I don't know if it's because of the fact this nigga went on a Fortnite that made people just like lose their fucking mind or not, but like the fact that 8 people got like a bunch of people got killed because people just lack self control, it's just fucking wild. But you know, the fact that it was overcrowded, you had crowd crush, and it's like a thing where it's like if people who are already in the front are like kind of already pressed up against the gate, and then you had a bunch of people from the back rushing in and pushing. It's literally like a sea of people, and if people who are like bad with crowds and stuff like that, you're gonna hate that shit. You would hate it.
Exactly why I never go to any
I
personally.
mean,
I hate crowds.
I would go to a concert. Like I went to a concert
If I
before.
was if I was in the back near the exit, sure.
Yeah, no, no. I mean, there are people that like going to like going to concerts to go to the front and stuff like that, and then you got the mosh pit. Personally, I wouldn't do that. The last concert that I went to, well, actually, it was the only concert that I went to. Was the Flatbush Zombies, and bro, we got to the front and people started pushing, and mind you, it was like at a like small venue. When we got pushed, we fell down. It was me and my ex at the time, and bruh, getting your hand stepped on by a random nigga, that shit hurts. And I can't imagine someone like a bunch of people just stampeding on you, just stepping on you with like no remorse, and then not bothering to check up on you. Like that shit's fucked up. And that's the other thing. That's why I blame like the crowd, because of the fact that usually in a mosh pit, people would check one another and be like, okay, this person's down, pick them up. No, these people didn't give a fuck. They literally stepped on them, continued stepping on people, and then was just like, "Ah, it's Travis Scott. It's lit. Oh my god!" With no care at all. And I mean, like, I'm not sure if you guys seen like any of like the videos or not, but like
Nah.
when the
I
I
see.
didn't.
ambulances,
I didn't see it.
boy, it's something else. It's something else because you got ambulance people like trying to do CPR, which is another thing. The people who are doing who are the medics, they fucked up, and that's actually why one of the people died, because someone was trying to get CPR, and then you see the crowd literally throwing up gang signs and shit, like you're acting like it's just the life of the party. You got
I
people
think
dead.
I think it's one of those mob mentality stupid shit that happens where like when you see a whole bunch of people doing stuff like it, and especially in 2021, it's really easy for people to get in the habit of getting swayed by the crowd and getting like that mob mentality crap where like if something is going on, everybody wants to be part of it, and they
I
don't
think
really
that
think
too.
about the consequences until whatever bad, really bad shit that is gonna happen happens. Then they're like, oh man, this is so bad, and now everybody wants to like stop pointing fingers at somebody, but like everybody at that place was to blame for what happens from the
Yeah,
explanation I'm getting from you,
yeah,
because it wasn't just a fault of just one person. Everybody over there was to blame, because the idea that they were just straight up in the mood of trying to go and run towards the stage, that they would just like ignore our fellow human beings that is on the ground and just keep trampling people. Like what the fuck? What is that important that you have to go over there to go and like get to the stage that you're just gonna ignore everybody else? It's not like you're in a fucking battle or like a damn war in the fucking middle ages where you just gotta fucking like get to the front and kill as much people as possible. No, you're at a damn concert. If somebody falls, maybe it's like it may not be, you may not be like the only person like to stop this or like bring attention to it, but at least if one person stops, all the people could like also like it could create like that chain reaction for other people to stop and try to help somebody up instead of
yeah.
just keep running and trampling everybody over. What is this, like a fucking
Like
Braveheart battlefield?
no, that shit was like Lion King. It was like Mufasa getting stampeded. I'm not kidding you. That's literally what it was. And I mean, you know, you got to think too. These people are like really high out of their mind. You got people taking Molly and stuff like that because for some reason for our
Right.
generation, like we can't have a good time without being intoxicated, which is
On
really
drugs or some stupid shit. I
which
I, I
is
don't.
really it's really messed up that you just can't do that. That's why like That's why I don't really like going to raves, because of the fact that people are literally just taking
Right.
MDMA for just that
Eh,
concert.
that's the thing though. Like even just when people are sober, that decision making is already like really below average. Then you want to add like alcohols and like
Drugs.
drugs and stuff to it. It just makes it even worse. So like I
Yeah.
know like these concerts like like it's really much like a breathing ground for shit like that, but they really need to like start setting standards for shit like this, because now you see like I mean not to like go there a little bit too much off topic on whatnot, but like it is the same thing with the movie industry with not putting like safety procedures in the stunts and coordination and what and guidelines of what is safe and what is unsafe, where they keep pushing the boundaries and shit. All these like industry needs to like start setting boundaries and standards that they have to follow, because in the end, like regular jobs have like OSHA mandates rules and guidelines that they have to follow. So like the entertainment industry have to get around to following these damn mandates too now,
Yeah, but I mean,
because
at the same time,
we've seen it's deadly.
yeah, but that, like this again falls with the event coordinators. Like, if you know for a fact this can't hold 50,000 people, why would you not tell Travis Scott, "Hey, nigga, this won't work. This is not built for 50,000 people, because it makes crowd control way harder." Because truth of the matter is, even if you say no drugs, someone's gonna bring it. It doesn't
Of
matter.
Yep,
course,
Like
pretty
that.
much.
but you gotta enforce that shit like rigorously. Yeah,
But
it's gonna
it's
like
impossible.
encourage people. Yeah, it's gonna encourage people to like bring more just because like it's kind of like a sober, dry event. But at least if you at least if you enforce it, you're actually looking out for something, you know. But
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. Like the more you tell humans not to do shit, is more they want to do stuff.
Well, I say it's
Yeah,
So
impossible
it's
because
a
of the
thrill. It's a thrill.
population.
It's
No,
right,
I say it's impossible because of the population. Because if if you got a group of like 5,000 people, I'm gonna cut it down by a lot. There's not a chance you're gonna try to bust every single one of those people that end up being high. It's just
no,
practically impossible. Like that's why like I wouldn't necessarily enforce it. It's just one of those things that you can only control through a selected number of like people that can attend. Like you just shouldn't have anything higher if you know, for one, people are going to be high, and then two, the venue is too small, thus can create a lot of problems along the way.
right.
But I don't know. Like you're definitely right about it though. Like, they need to have some better
Some
control of it.
guidelines, yeah, like seriously, because I don't think, even though like yeah they follow like state mandated guidelines and shit, but they need to have like specific guidelines directed towards like that specific industry, instead of just following like county or like state state showing guidelines and shit, you know, because that obviously that is not enough from what's been happening. So
I
yeah,
just
they need
I
to put in more for scrutiny on them and make sure like they actually start following shit the right way.
Yeah. The last thing I want to say, like I want to speak my piece about this, is that ever since this stuff has happened, two things. First of all, you have every artist now having to do everything but their job, because of the fact that you're putting all these things right here, like, oh, this is what Playboy Cardi did, or this is what Saweetie did, or whoever. And then now you having these other artists in the concert having to do the security's job when they're not supposed to. And then you think, oh,
Right.
they're
They're
doing this out of,
entertainers. They're there to entertain people, right?
yeah.
So why are they paying security and like project coordinators a whole bunch of money if they're not gonna do their job the proper way? Because
Exactly. And then like,
the artists shouldn't be worrying about that shit. They're already nervous enough to make sure to put on the best show that they could put on for that
exactly.
audience. Why the fuck should they be worrying about security and all this other crap that they're paying other people to get the job done the right way for them?
Yeah, and again, they're not doing it because they care about you. They do it because of the fact they're afraid you're gonna sue them. That's literally everything that they've said. Who was one of them? Was it her or something like that? I think it might have been her or someone else. But every time they had stopped the show, they're like, "Yeah, I'm not trying to get sued." They don't do it because they care. They're not trying to get a fucking lawsuit. And the other thing
Right.
is too is like the conspiracy theories or people like, man, Travis Scott just did a goddamn ritual. This nigga's for the devil. Did you see?
And also,
did you see his...
these concerts they're putting on. You know, they're trying to make money, right? That's how they make their living from these
Exactly.
damn fucking
Exactly.
concerts.
Why the
So,
fuck would the
why
nigga
the fuck
want to
would they want to kill
his
that
own
audience?
fan base?
And no, that's the thing. That's why I
That is
swear
a
to God,
stupid reason
I
right
can't
there,
stand
man.
I can't stand
Holy
people on
shit.
TikTok because of the fact that like these niggas think they're fucking investigators like they're damn Conan or some shit. Or they're like fucking Spike from Cowboy Bebop or some like niggas over here trying to analyze this shit and they're like, yeah, did you see this right here? Yeah, there's a fucking eagle. He's flying. What the fuck do you think the concert theme is about? His name is literally one of his names is La Flame. So you think he's not gonna have fire in this bitch? Like, what the fuck are you guys thinking about? Like, bro, seriously.
I don't know, man. Like sometimes people reasoning is just like way out there that is just like funny how like some of the stupid shit that we would come up with just to explain things that we don't understand or make sense of.
It blew my mind when people because I joined like a Clubhouse thing for like the first time because I wanted to see what people were talking about. And these guys are no better than us. Because they're like because someone dead ass said, you know, I've been having this weird feeling about the music industry for so long. It kind of started with Jay-Z and Beyonce, but this nigga seriously was like, I think there might be a secret group that controls everything. Like a secret society. Nigga, I wanted to hit myself in the head with a brick. I was like, boy, grown adult is just like trying to piece the puzzles together that was already advertised, that's been around for like decades. People have known about it. And they're just like coming to this conclusion. Like,
yeah, like
I think it's like there's some Illuminati. Like,
oh my god.
Yeah, you're just now like, bro.
Yeah, exactly. This shit is like ridiculous, and you guys are just fucking clowns who are just trying to. I don't know. Like I said, I think the concert thing was just a disaster all around. I don't think Travis Scott was like the number one person to blame.
Yeah,
and I don't think he's trying to have a satanic ritual. You dumb fuck. Like,
right. You guys are literally his income. Why the fuck would he want to kill his income means? Like, what?
I don't know. I have no idea. And it's like these people are fans, but he's saying shit that's in reference to his songs, and they acting like it's something new. This nigga's a fucking dumb, bro. I swear to God, man. Fucking stupid, man. I swear to God. But moving on from that, let's get on the Marvel shit. You guys seen it, Eternals, right?
No,
Yeah,
I have not.
I did.
I went to the car.
I thought you said you didn't see that.
I was, but plans changed. We had to go to the state fair instead.
Oh, you had to do some Stranger Things shit.
Yep, we went and rode some carny rides and played overpriced ass fucking games out of damn state fair. I swear, man, those guys are criminals. Like,
no, they are.
just to toss a fucking baseball bat out of damn fucking steel plate, you got paid $20 for that shit. Like, what the fuck? Then they have a bunch of advertised animals, like stuffed animals that they have no plans of actually giving you as a reward. So even if you actually do well, like the ones that they tell you to pick from, it's not even any of the shit that they actually have hanging around. I'm like, you guys are fucking criminals, man.
Either that it is.
This money,
like
I could
laced with lice or something.
Right. This shit, I could go and buy me like 25 of these damn fucking stuffed animals over here. Open up my own damn fair. But yeah, let's pass off that. You guys can talk about Eternals. I didn't see it though.
I didn't
I
see
know
it.
you.
I didn't see it either. I know
I know
Beam
you
saw
guys
it.
are gonna spoil me heavily anyway. I don't want to like get spoiled though, because baby and I's gonna see that shit later, and she's gonna get mad if I don't look like I'm surprised when I'm seeing it.
Damn, she's gonna be looking at you in the face the whole time. Why is she not gonna look at the
I don't
screen?
know.
Bro, that's
She's
weird.
gonna, but you know me when I already like you guys. I don't know you guys have seen a movie with me before, so like if I already know shit that's gonna happen, it's just hard for me not to fucking like say stuff about it.
I
Like
mean,
I'm
what if it's just not interesting to you? Like, how would you know? Like, that's kind of a weird thing. Is she gonna just be monitoring her face? This nigga's not smiling at all. I don't know what the fuck he's been doing without me. Did he see this movie? This nigga seen this movie without me? Man, I would just wear like a bandana or something, cover your mouth.
He
That's
said
what,
a bandana and cover.
like you might as well, because it's like, man, he can't even enjoy the movie. That almost makes it seem like she can't enjoy the movie unless she knows he's enjoying the movie.
Yeah, she's funny. Like you're. There's a funny part. She's like laughing and looks at you to laugh too.
She gonna laugh. She gonna laugh and she's pitching you by the thigh. And she's like, why did you laugh, nigga? That shit was funny. Nails digging into your skin.
Oh. Oh.
I promise, man. I swear that shit was funny. It's just, I didn't catch it in time. That wasn't funny enough.
It's too late now. You don't laugh at it funny. But nah, man, we could talk about it. I don't really care, but yeah,
I mean,
I don't know. Let's just talk about it.
Beam, you got the floor with
Gamna, you
that
saw
then.
it. You already
I didn't,
saw it.
I didn't see it, but I know about it. But
Yeah,
Beam has more insight.
yeah, I saw it last weekend.
Did you like it?
It was mid, man. Honestly, like I didn't hate it or I didn't love it either. It was pretty mid. Like it was cool in the fact that we got exploration in terms of like the cosmic shit
right.
going on. And basically it's kind of funny because the Celestials basically indoctrinated, well, not so much indoctrinated because Irisham the judge created the Eternals. And well, I guess it is indoctrination because the way he makes it seem to them is that, well, the Celestials were the reason everything is, running correctly, man. Like, you need us. And he's trying to make it seem like as if the Celestials were the first things there to really create the universe. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, something had to create you, which probably was eternity, as we well know, because there's other cosmic entities, and
I
eternity
have to
is
spoil it
basically
because this man's life's in danger if he knows about it.
yeah. Eternity is like supposed to be the walking embodiment of the universe. We just haven't seen it yet. So yeah, you have all that stuff, and it's kind of funny, like because Icarus, yeah, spoilers, just skip ahead.
I don't care, man. Go ahead and.
But it ends up being, so Icarus is basically like the Superman of the group, right? Nigga's the strongest one, whatever, and that's where that indoctrination shit plays out because this nigga like pretty much played everyone. Like he already knew that he already knew that the emergence was happening. He was just playing along with these niggas. And then what ended up happening was, so the leader, Ajak, even though she's not really a fighter, she's more like the healer of the group, but she's like the person they look up to, like their lead.
The tactician / strategist of the group,
Yeah.
who like is the voice of reasoning.
Yeah, she initially was like, yeah, we need to stick to the Celestials' plan. Like, they know what they're doing. We follow them 100%. But then when they got to Earth, her mind kind of changed. Like, damn, like, because she's the only, and that's the fucked up thing too that you realize too. All the Eternals accept her because she's the Prime Eternal, meaning she's the only one that has a link with Irisham, and you can pass that on to other people when you die or whatever, right? But she remembers every mission they ever did, while the rest of them, those niggas get their mind wiped
Of course they do.
after every planet, dude. Every planet that they
And
cultivate, and
they
then
just go about that happy-go-lucky
yeah,
way and none the wiser.
yeah. Except there was a storyline with that too, where Thena, Angelina Jolie's character, she basically has like what they call mad weary, which is essentially there was some sort of glitch in her programming.
Reset.
So she is remembering, and it's driving her insane basically, because she's remembering all the previous missions where the fucking planets they were on, they just get wiped out because the Celestials, they grow in those planets and they just burst out and destroy the shit. And that planet is completely just gone.
Of course.
So anyway, Ajak has a change of heart, and she's like trying to convince Irisham, like, yo, man, like Earth is, I don't know, it's not like the other planets. There's a lot of things here. Irisham, like, nigga, do the job and shut up. Like that's basically what he said. Just shut up and do the job, man. And so she tells Icarus, like, yeah, man, like I know we're supposed to be following, but I really don't feel like we should be doing this. And you know what this nigga's response is?
Yes, I agree with you.
Yeah, no. Well, he tried to make it seem like that, but he's just like, yeah, well, I can't let you do that. Like, Airship is like the end all be all, man. Like, he basically, that's that indoctrination thing. Like, he didn't know where he himself ended or starts and where his devotion ends, because this thing is just first immediate response is, yeah, well, I gotta kill you. And that's literally what he did. This nigga took her to some fucking deviants that they thought they had wiped out initially. And he just said, yeah, go ahead and go down there. Just pushed her down there. And then the fucking deviants just basically like mauled her. And then like the fucking leader just like absorbed her powers and just fucking left her like a husk. This nigga took her body back to the farm where she was living, put her fucking body down, and then like he had a moment where like he fucking regretted it, but then it was just like when they got to the house, they said, "Oh God, she's dead," and he was just like, "Yeah, it must have been a deviant." It's like you're a piece of shit, bro. You are so terrible, bro. And then
it's like it must have been a deviant.
it's just like this is a fucking asshole, bro. And then like at the end, like he's trying to stop them because basically what ends up happening is like Tiamat, the dreaming celestial, this nigga was about to burst out of Earth actually. Like he was actually coming out, and that shit was funny because you just see a giant ass head and a giant ass hand just starting to come out, and they're just like, oh my God. So like they had to like basically use this Unimind thing where it combines all their powers and they basically turn them into stone. But before that, Icarus was just like, yeah, he said, Cersei, I love you, but I will kill you. He said, I will kill all you niggas if I have to. And yeah,
he sounds psycho as shit.
Yeah, oh, he's fucking insane. And then he realizes, yeah, I fucked up. And then honestly, the end for him was funny as fuck. But that's the thing. Eternals are their namesake. They're Eternals, meaning, especially since they're synthetic, they can be remade. So even though he died or Ajak died, they're gonna come back. It's that simple. But as when they're done like doing that with Tiamat or whatever, this nigga just say, yeah, I fucked up. You know what this nigga did? This nigga flew to the sun and just burned himself, turned himself into a fucking crispy crisp.
That's reminds me of Hyperion in this bitch, bro.
Yeah, no, he does. He's like, yeah, anything for the mission. My race might not be here anymore, but just because of the fact that it's just in my DNA and I got nothing else better to do, I'm just gonna fucking wipe out everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some Hyperion shit right there.
I just thought that shit was
I ain't gonna lie, even though you explain that, it does not make me want to watch the movie even more. Like it's just
no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think I'm gonna have to settle for saying two movies. I'm gonna probably have to watch Ghostbuster after this, watching Eternals, because
you just must want to suffer then.
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard some decent stuff about Ghostbusters though, so maybe.
Oh, you're talking about the new one, right?
Yeah, the new one, not like Ghostbusters Afterlife, the one that is coming out pretty soon.
Oh,
I heard some decent rave reviews about it, so we'll see.
And then I mean like I said, like honestly, you guys don't need to see it. Like that's what I say when it was like mid. Like there was no surprises, no nothing like, oh wow. Like the Celestials were cool.
Bro, I told you that's how all Marvel movies are.
No, but that's just the thing.
Okay.
That's just the thing though, is he like
Yeah,
for Eternals, I've
no,
said this
you
multiple
see
times.
what it is, right? I think I've opened this man's eyes to what Marvel is. I don't think he's gonna ever enjoy any Marvel movie anymore. Because
that's not true. I was gonna say I've been
a binge eye to like the background of Marvel movies. I peeled the layer off. There's no surprises anymore.
No. What I'm trying to tell you is like, dude, I'm fucking beyond excited for Spider-Man, but like
Spider-Man's homies.
Spider-Man Homecoming, or no way, I said Homecoming, No Way Home, but
homies.
I just for this movie, like I've said it multiple times, like on previous like episodes, like I was never hyped for this movie. I was the only thing I was looking forward to was the fact that there would be cosmic shit, and then it would kind of like just set things up for the future, which is what it did. So in that regard, it's like okay, like it was what I thought.
Bro, that is basically every Marvel movie. All they're doing is just setting shit up and never paying any enough.
Not every movie, man. But what I was gonna say is the end credit scenes though, they were pretty dope because you had it to where they did Eros, Thanos' brother, so which means there could be some more exploration into Thanos himself. And I'm pretty sure Marvel has said they're gonna do alternate versions of Thanos anyway, so we're gonna see like fucking other multiverse versions of this nigga. But they set up Eros. He's gonna be basically in the sequel for that, and then they have Pip the Troll too, and then Dane Whitman, what's his name? Why am I forgetting? The dude from Game of Thrones. I'm forgetting his fucking name, but the guy who's playing Black Knight, he basically got Kid Harington. Yeah, Kid Harington. Yeah. He basically got the ebony blade at the end of the movie, and the best part was, nigga, they set up Blade with that shit because like Blade ended up asking him like, are you sure you want to take that blade? Are you sure you're ready for that? And I was like, oh shit, nigga, so Blade is coming soon, nigga. Like that shit was cool. So and I think that makes sense when you think about the fact that you have the Morbius shit happening as well soon, right? And we're not really sure which universe that's taking place in. Really, I guess it's the MCU. I don't know, but the fact that you have vampires here, and then Blade is coming, and then it seems like they're setting up the Midnight Suns from is what everyone's saying. Like a lot of the extra, what's the word I'm looking for? Like
paranormal,
paranormal side of the MCU. So Doctor Strange kind of fits in that too. But you have like what's that man-wolf guy, the werewolf dude, werewolf by night or some shit, and then oh yeah, speaking of which, we had the Disney Plus Day stuff too, right? So they showed
afterwards.
Yeah, so yeah, that's all cool. But yeah, if I had to rate it, honestly, for Eternal, I'd give it like a 6. Like, it's probably usually
pretty generous of you. Usually
I could have said, well,
I'll give it a 4, and I haven't seen it yet. But
I just
stop me going from fucking seeing it though.
Like, it's slight. Actually, nah, it's a 5. I'll say 5, just because it's average. Like it's just, I didn't hate it, I didn't love it. It's just there. So, but
I said it last time though that like when we try to record last week's episode that like at some point Marvel's just gonna create stuff where you get to pick and choose whether or not you'd like the character, and it could be either separate or together. And Eternals is definitely one of those things. I do not care unless it's connected to X-Men, which it's impossible because of the fact that they have not talked about anything X-Men at all.
And yeah, that's one thing I was wondering if they were gonna do is like they didn't really get into the fact that they made it clear that the Celestials experiment on every planet.
I'm gonna keep saying this.
They make Eternals and Deviants, but I I was wondering if they were gonna do the X gene thing where it's like they do the, how they experiment on humanity and they have that dormant X gene, which then activates at a specific point in time later. So I don't.
Marvel and Disney done playing shit out, bro. Once
Nigga, I don't.
Wait, did you say that
when-
they don't plan shit out?
No. Eventually, when they come up with an idea of how they want to like introduce the X-Men, then they're gonna try to go back and try to make it seem like, oh yeah, why Eternal shit was going on? The X-Men was in the background doing this kind of crap. They don't know what the fuck they want to do for the X-Men or the Fantastic Four yet.
I mean, I'm pretty
So
sure
they're
they
not
do,
gonna.
but like,
They're
it's
not
not gonna
gonna
be in our. I feel like it's not gonna happen the way that we think it is. I mean, they even said it. Like, I'm pretty positive it's not gonna be they've been here the whole time. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a multiversal thing. Like,
No, it's not. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, like you said, I'm
Well,
pretty sure it's gonna have some other.
If
The-
if
the
it is
problem-
doing multiverse, I wouldn't mind that shit then.
but the problem is it's not because of the fact that they're playing it out and it has no like no gravitas to it or weight to it. Is because like all these movies that have been coming out is literally still it's literally like the epilogue to phase 3. Spider-Man is the first phase 4 film, and people just seem to forget that because everything that starts with Spider-Man is gonna basically be the overall theme. Like, we kind of had a taste of that for Loki, but like, and I wish they would have done this stuff way sooner. That's what makes this like pretty dumb, and what makes like these movies seem kind of whack is because they're doing it too late.
Right.
Yeah,
because
and then
because
all
of
the
the
shifting
pandemic
they're
and all
doing.
that shit too.
Yeah,
So
yeah, the
Yeah.
pandemic really fucked things up. Because we would have been seeing these movies, right? A lot of this shit would have came out last year or the year
Right.
before, whatever. So we would have been
mean-
past this already. We would have been up to what, like Thor already at this point, I think. Like, we would have seen Thor by now, like Thor 4. I'm pretty sure.
I honestly don't know, but it's just like you can say the same thing for like Black Widow the movie. Like,
Black Widow
came
was
out too late. It's just
too late. Yeah, it was when that came out. It should have been not directly after, but close to when Wonder Woman came out. That would have probably been the best time because yeah, it's that movie in particular. It just felt like a Phase 1 movie. This movie too, mid. But like you said, a lot of these are tail end phase 3s, and you can tell that they are.
yeah. 'Cause
But
it all revolves around the Infinity Stones. Like, the second they don't mention not a single one of them motherfuckers, that's when
and
we're
that's when
phase
you're in
4.
a different phase.
Yeah, because they did it.
which will be Spider-Man, yeah.
Yeah,
which
because-
is
Well,
why
they
I'm not really
didn't
like
talk-
super hyped for any of these stands anyway because
They
like
didn't talk about the Infinity Stone in this one, but
No,
yeah.
but it's just like the thing is, though, is like the Infinity Stones and Thanos are all connected to the Eternals. The second like that stuff is done, and they don't mention Eternals again, or not the fact they don't mention Eternals, but they don't like. It's just the fact that it's surrounded by Thanos still. Like, there's still traces of Thanos. Like, he burped and it's still traveling around like the atmosphere. Like,
Yeah, I get what you mean.
yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely like once Spider-Man hits theaters, that's when things will change because yeah, that's
I
when
don't
we're
know.
really
You're
going
putting too much hope. You're putting too much
No,
hope
I'm
on
not,
Spider.
nigga. I don't care.
Every
What you say, Izzy.
suspicion, every
Well, no, I don't
suspicion
care
that
what
has been
negativity you
confirmed.
have to say.
Yeah,
I
no, Izzy, you should know.
You
You
say
fucking
it.
work there. Unless you like
Exactly.
Kevin Feige's right hand man, you don't want us to know because these leaks right here that are coming out has literally been almost 1-for-1.
Yep.
Because the leaks
I
that came out with the Spider-Man, no, because the guy who leaked it, bro, he got a call from Sony himself, and they said, "Where the fuck did you get this?"
Yeah, man, and it's Andrew, Toby, yeah, dude,
Bro,
all
Andrew
of them.
can't even hold it anymore. This guy looks like he's like ready to break, because before he kept saying, he's like, I'm just a wolf. I'm not him. I'm not in there." And then he got asked it like yesterday, and he's like, "Are you in there?" He's like, "We'll see." No.
All he has,
Yeah,
all he has to do is just lock himself in the fucking in his room until like the damn movie comes out. Then he comes back out and says, "Oh, air finally."
No, when they finally start doing marketing and they bring him in here and they start doing promotion and stuff, this man's gonna feel weightless. This guy's gonna feel like he can fly because the amount of pressure that is on Toby and Andrew's shoulders is like immense. The fact that they have to keep this under NDA so they don't get shot in the back of the head financially is a lot. Like it's crazy, and I really
The
wish
pace
Sony
and
would just do
crazy
better.
fines.
Yeah, no, because this movie is clearly something. Because let me tell you, how I know this movie's something else is because for one, they have the laziest poster they had just released. It was basically just a screenshot of the last 5 seconds of the trailer, and they just slapped it on there, and then like, bro, they just keep showing images of the fucking bridge, nothing else.
Yeah, they're
You're not
trying.
seeing.
It's just like they're trying so hard, but it's like, bro, we already
But
know,
the,
nigga.
but
Like,
that's the
stop.
thing, though. I think it's one of those things. Just because you already know doesn't mean that they should just fucking like bring it out there and just say, "Here you go." Because I feel like that would just even mess it up even more. So I hope that they just stick to their guns and keep showing as little as possible.
I mean,
Or they're gonna ruin it for themselves because we already know like Sony is notorious for fucking showing too much in their trailers anyway. So
I know, and they have a surprising amount of self control. But like, keep in mind, this movie is longer. Is I think longer or as long as Endgame. It's 2 hours and
mhm,
39 minutes.
Oh
So
shit.
they
Yeah.
literally only showed it like a very, very small percentage of that movie.
that's good then. That means
Yeah,
everybody has shit to look forward to when they go to the damn theaters and have that money's worth because nobody likes to feel like they go and pay for a shitty movie and don't don't have like the enjoyment out of it,
yeah,
like
but
the
you also got to
Eternals.
think too, though, is like if it even if it is spoiled, people are gonna show up and watch that movie regardless because of the fact it has Toby and
The
Andrew.
the,
Because people want to
the
relive
amount
their
of hype
childhood.
behind it.
Yeah, because they were like, man, motherfucking Toby Spider Man over here in here swinging and screaming, and they're gonna be like, man, of course I want to see that. I'm gonna relive my childhood. Like, just the buzz around it is gonna get people. That's why like it's undoubtedly gonna be one of the biggest like Marvel films to date. Like
It
Yeah.
is.
I'm pretty sure it's
Yeah.
gonna be bigger than Endgame because all that shit
Yeah.
happening
For
live
sure.
action Spider Verse in a way. I mean, it's not exactly Spider Verse. It's just a prelude, but it's like it's literally kicking off a new phase. So yeah, release the
And
goddamn second trailer. Fuck.
Yeah, for real. Just do it, man.
Yes.
We're getting closer and closer to December. There's no reason you
man,
shouldn't.
that guy Tom is really fucking making some good money right now.
No,
Yeah, but he says he's like unsure what he's gonna do because like he had an interview recently and he was like, yeah, so what are you gonna do after this? And I like the way he said it. He almost made it seem like he's done being Spider Man because like I'm pretty sure he just wants a break. Because he was like saying how he's like, yeah, I just kind of don't want to be tied to the character. Like I want to be able to do shit. Like I want to
But
go to a
that's a
bar, get wasted, and not have
but
the
that's the thing
expectation
though.
that I
That
can't.
that is pretty much set. That ship is pretty much sailed now. He can't do that no more
I mean,
because
not
like
Yeah.
really, not really. Because
he
think of it,
he
this is multiverse Spider Man now. If they wanted to, they can bring in another Spider Man from a different universe and be like, okay, you know what? We don't have because this is also like a MCU and Sony deal that has to go on too. So it all
right.
depends on what Sony wants to do. And then also if if they decide to be like, hey Tom, you want to come in for a couple more contracts? Because he only has one more, and I'm pretty sure it's just the Venom and Spider-Man versus Venom thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It's funny because if this shit goes well, Andrew can just re-sign up for fucking Spider-Man, and Tom could go and take a vacation or some shit.
I mean, really,
If
he could.
that's if Andrew wants to do Spider-Man again,
Yeah. I mean,
because he's still having like how do you say, like he didn't like the way he left his Spider-Man character also. If he still wants to get back into the groove of doing that shit, maybe, but I wouldn't. Well, The money is good, I guess, but I wouldn't want to do that shit because from like the way he explains some of the like the pressure and like shit that he was under, I don't think that's like stuff that if I were him, I would want to do again.
I I feel like if it were me, I would it would depend on the writing and who does it because if he would like if the movie ends up being a success and like his name was like out there, it'd probably be like a possibility where he's like, yeah, you know what, I'll give it another go. Be like an old
Right.
um
Homage or whatnot.
yeah, but
Because they definitely ain't gonna be like bringing a solo Toby shit back. That nigga's way too old now, but
they could do a
he could
comic.
still, yeah, I guess.
Um, who knows? I mean,
But
I don't know if they could bring Michael Keaton back for a Flash movie as Batman, they could
but
do the same thing for Toby.
Exactly.
what are they gonna make him do? Be a Spider-Man tour guide?
Or he could be
Wait,
like he
what?
could raise his daughter and you can have Spider Girl. I could do that. I mean, it's
Of
possible.
course.
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, we're under the assumption that probably Toby Spider Man is like a seasoned Spider Man. Like he's probably a lot older
I
than the
mean,
other, all of them. So
from the screenshot, if you look at it, and I'm just gonna clarify. I'm just gonna say for me personally, I think it's real. Going off of that screenshot, his hair is like a lot shorter. Like, I don't think I saw a beard. Like, I don't think I saw any scruff. I mean, it's kind of weird if he did have like a beard, but his hair is a lot shorter. He definitely looks like he's like a seasoned Spider Man. Same thing with same thing with Andrew. Andrew kind of looks like he's a Spider Man that's just been around and punching niggas in the face repeatedly. I don't know. Uh, Man, let's look at
oh
this Disney Day, Disney Plus Day.
oh
Something they
yeah.
should announce. I don't know what Echo. Oh, wait a minute, Echo's that one thing that's connected to Hawkeye. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. Are you guys gonna watch the majority of these shows?
Yeah, I'll probably watch Echo just because of the fact that there are. We'll have to see because Hawkeye will confirm it whether or not this is true. But a lot of people are thinking that she works for Wilson Fisk, and by Wilson Fisk I mean the one from the Daredevil show, the Netflix one, which means that opens the door for those characters to come back. So I'll watch that. Marvel Zombies. I mean, I'll see. I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna be. I'll watch Agatha, She-Hulk. I'll probably watch Moon Knight. Definitely, Moon Knight looks pretty dope actually. Oscar Isaac seems like he's a great fit for that role. Um, I Am Groot. I don't know, I'm probably not gonna watch that. Ironheart seems cool, I guess. Secret Invasion. I guess that's gonna be dealing with like the scrolls, right? Like evil
Nick
scrolls,
Fury,
not the
yeah, no,
ones that
you gotta see the
go on.
screenshot for Nick Fury because this bro has like a beard. Like they made Samuel Jackson grow a beard
Oh
for his
shit!
role,
What?
so like it's assumed he's pretty much been held captive for like a
Oh
very long
sh.
time.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, I'll
So
definitely watch that one. Miss Marvel. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see. Not much shit on that. I mean, what if season two? Hopefully, we've already expressed our um criticism with that. Hopefully, season two is a lot better than season one. But we'll see.
yeah.
Um,
What about
and it's
X Men
kind of cool. It's
'97?
kind of cool. Yeah, I'll probably watch that too, just because I was just about to say that it's pretty cool that they're even kind of going back to that well, because I know like X-Men the animated series was a part of a lot of people's childhood, and a lot of people were wanting a continuation or something like that to come back. I don't know. I think when I was a kid, I maybe watched a couple episodes, but nothing like extensive. So I'll give it a watch
That was one of
just
my
to see.
favorite series. Remember, this is like the animated Marvel movies or Marvel shows where like niggas would just scream like
Oh
obsessively. Like
yeah.
this is the same one where Spider Man like screamed his lungs out when Mary Jane like evaporated in a
Oh
ride.
yeah.
So
No!
yeah, yeah, you heard it here, folks, from Beam himself. He was the backup cast for Spider Man. But I mean, I don't know. Is it what do you think about these shows? You interested or?
Nope.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought so. No, because I know for a fact that you don't look into this shit. Anything Marvel, even if it's just a side project, you're like, I don't give a fuck. I mean, I'm partially
I
with you
mean,
there.
I am still gonna watch it just because it's gonna be funny talking about it and just yeah.
Yeah,
But
we'll see. We'll see.
I am
What
really
happened? Which ones are actually. Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm gonna shit on something, at least I gotta give it a
A
try
fair
and
shake.
see.
Yeah, a fair shake.
Yeah, and see why I'm shitting on it. I'm not
Because
just gonna shit on it without having prior knowledge of why I'm shitting on it.
I'm sure some of these are probably not going to be that great. Like
I mean,
uh,
some of them are
Marvel
just directed
zombies.
to a different audience. I know I Am
Audience.
Groot is
Yeah.
not for us. Marvel
Yeah.
Zombies, I'm curious about it because of the fact that it depends if because X-Men 97 I hope to God is going to be 2D animated and not 3D because that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping Marvel Zombies is not like What If because my criticism besides the story was the fact that it animated looked like doo doo. Like
I don't know, like Marvel is shit on the anime side, man. I mean,
yeah,
like
it is.
anime and it's like they need to go to DC and learn how to fucking animate properly.
Well, do
Cause
DC,
this
but don't do. I don't know. Their style of animation now is kind of ass too. Um, Especially when
I
they
mean
rebooted the universe.
I'm talking of along the line of Young Justice shit, not like
Oh
whatever the
yeah.
fuck they're doing with that movie universe. That movie universe animation style, like they're always switching it up. It's like they don't know what they want to stick with that movie universe shit. But Young
I just don't know
Justice
why
is
they didn't
being
keep the same universe.
consistent, right?
Yeah.
I don't understand that either. Because pretty much like even with the rebooted universe, they're still trying to link stuff at the same time, not link stuff. I'm like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, no, they lied. I remember that. And they're like, "Yeah, is this going to be starting the next Justice League?" And they're like, "No, this is going to be completely separate." And then at the
Right.
end of Batman: The Long Halloween
Batman,
Part 2, fucking
right.
Flash and Green Arrow show up,
Flash show up
knock on this
exactly.
nigga's door. So
Like
it's a
it was
Skull
just
Knight.
fucking weird. Then you have like Superman or I mean, was it a Flash? Was it a Flash? Whatever shit.
Yeah, it
The
was
Flash
Flash
movie,
World War II. That was a
World War
good one.
II. That yeah, and somehow Superman fucking show up in that. And I'm like they don't know what they want to do with that movie with that damn animated universe and shit. But I mean, they're still putting out a quality. Well, I wouldn't say quality content, but like
Yeah, because I was about to say,
I,
wasn't Injustice like actually not good?
Well, Injustice was its own thing, but it's just like they did a bad job because of the fact that yeah, they did rush it.
they try to rush it,
They
yeah,
put that
instead
whole
of
shit within like a 70-minute movie when it's like spanning 100,
spaced out.
yeah, 100 pages, like, and that's just the first year. Like, fuck that. Should have just
Yeah,
got inspired by Invincible. You would have had a far better storytelling and would have had a lot of people excited for it. But
they kind of fucked themselves on that one, but I
yeah.
guess they don't know. They themselves didn't know what the hell they were going for anyway.
No, for me, honestly, I'm interested in X-Men 97. I'm curious about Spider-Man freshman year because that's also animated, and it's supposed to
Oh
be like
yeah, there was that
it.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully, because Marvel's worst case of animation is not What If, it's their Spider-Man television series. It just kept getting worse and worse every iteration. The last one, just oh my god, it made me want to just like beat up any nerd that looked like Peter Parker. Like it was bad. Like the kid didn't even look like Peter Parker in the TV show. He looked like Peter Parker's cousin. Like if he ever even had one. But the other thing is too is like I'm interested about Marvel Zombies if it's 2D animated. Moon Knight, Ironheart, Secret Invasion, and She-Hulk. She-Hulk has me concerned because when I saw that little title credit thing, that should look like something straight out of CW. I was like, ew. That transition was ugly as fuck. When it said She-Hulk or it had like the little line thing that looked like it was made out of After Effects, I said, oh fuck. Like I
Well,
was like, oh
here's the thing.
shit.
Apparently, they classified that shit as a comedy, so
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know.
gonna be a sitcom, so you're gonna be having like freaking laugh track in the background and all those other fucking weird
I
shit.
ain't gonna
Like,
be like
think about
that. outdated nigga thinking this shit's gonna be made in the 90s.
Think about I get to
It is gonna
Harkness
be
directing
interesting
that
though,
shit.
because you're gonna have Abomination in there. You're gonna have obviously Mark Ruffalo's Hulk in there. So, and then I gotta wonder too if any of that is gonna lead into that supposed World War Hulk movie they're gonna be doing. So,
I mean, the part of the She-Hulk's storyline is that Bruce can't transform back into the Hulk, and he's gonna lose the Smart Hulk form, and it's
oh,
pretty much starting over because they said they're done with Smart Hulk.
good. I want me
Which
a Savage Hulk too, which I guess that leads into World War Hulk anyway. But
yeah, but I mean the CGI look for Hulk, you can kind of tell it's not as detailed. It looks a little blurry. Um, for Jennifer Walters, she looks kind of
wait,
interesting. Like
they actually released photos?
there was like a trailer.
Oh, I didn't know that. What the fuck?
Man, I
The
don't know
only
where you.
trailer I saw, the only trailer I saw was Moon Knight. What the fuck? Let
Yeah,
me
no,
see.
it's basically showing her. She's walking to her office right now. It's only 30 seconds. But like the thing that I'm pointing out, I already know what you're gonna say at 7 seconds. But she kind of looks like she's painted. It doesn't really. I can't tell if it's CGI yet because of the fact it doesn't show her face. It's just her body. But you have Smart Hulk like just instructing her like, okay, like you already
Bro.
have. Yeah, exactly. Uh,
Oh.
you got Smart. Like I guess she already had the transfusion because I guess like she had to get a blood transfusion from Bruce, and that's where he had to actually transform back into Bruce Banner instead of Smart Hulk. It's just holding this whole thing, but
I mean, basically, she is kind of like Smart Hulk anyway, so I guess that's why they're making like Professor Hulk go away because she's like one of those like her character is literally doesn't transform back to her regular self. She's always in like her hybrid Hulk and human mode all the time.
yeah.
So I guess it explains why they're trying to get rid of like Professor Hulk anyway. So
Oh,
she should be.
wait a minute. Bro, wait, which did I watch the right one? Because that shit isn't fan made what I just watched, bro. Yeah, that's not even real, nigga. That was 9 months ago. This one's 4 months ago.
Look at the
Yeah,
one that came out today. I said
I don't.
seven
I
seconds. What
don't.
did you see at 7 seconds? Did
You
you
already
see
know
some?
this.
Okay, so how did you see? I don't know what you saw, bro.
Well,
But
well, it's just like what the fuck. I'll look at it on my own time. I'll try to find it, but
because the one that came out today is the real one. This is the one that was released, and it's showing her walking into an office, and it has uh Hulk talking to her in like an incubator little little room.
yeah, I didn't see that. I saw her walking to a thing, but then like people were saying like the transformation because I was like that looks weird, and that doesn't even seem like it fits. Like what the fuck was that?
Yeah,
So
I don't know
that's
what you're watching, but you have to look it up
yeah.
sometime.
That was what the fuck? Yeah.
So now
Okay.
almost stumbled on She-Hulk porn, I guess. But
Fuck.
yeah, I don't know. I'm not really interested in Miss Marvel or Agatha the Harkness. Like, she was like a cool villain for Scarlet Witch, but she doesn't interest me. And then Miss Marvel, they delayed that shit along with I think the actual Marvel's film. I don't think that's gonna do well because it doesn't already do well with the comics. That shit got canceled so many times in the comics. No one likes her, not because of the fact that she's like a person of color. It's just her storyline is just not interesting at all. Like that's just from what I've heard. And to be honest, also in the Avengers game, she just wasn't interesting. She was just a fan.
Oh,
She was like
oh,
if one of us became a superhero and
now,
was just like, yeah, well, let me see if I can be Mr. Fantastic. I don't know.
now I see the trailer. Now I see it.
Yeah, you saw that hawk ass or that She-Hulk ass. You notice how I said at a specific moment how he would notice, and then when he did, he made it clear to the both of us.
Right. we we know where he was looking.
Yeah.
Nigga, they did that shit on purpose though. They wanted you to see that shit. Don't be fucking picking at me, nigga. Come on now.
No, we pick on you for a reason, because
I'm just being a man, okay?
Right.
Okay.
God, this
Man.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So, I guess moving on to let's move. I guess we can move on to games. Actually, no. Oh shit, there's still movies. Real quick, did you guys see
Oh yeah,
Netflix's The Harder They Fall?
Harder They Fall. Yeah, I was just about to ask you guys. Did you see that? Yeah,
That
I
movie
watched
is
that.
nothing but flames. I love that movie. I love the fact that it's a stylized version of
Western,
black cowboys, westerns,
right?
and they don't have to Tarantino that thing where they say nigga all
Nope.
the time or nothing like that. It's just a fun.
And man, like the soundtrack, bro.
The
I don't
soundtrack
know.
was fire as fuck.
Fire
man.
as fuck. I don't know who the hell came. Like
the director,
like was the concertant of that fucking soundtrack, but goddamn,
the
that shit was
director,
fire.
he like made some of the songs. That's why I was just like, holy shit. When I looked it up, I was like, who made this soundtrack? And he did. I was like,
oh man,
I was like,
that's what grabbed my attention the most, man. The soundtrack.
Because they didn't put a lot of rap in it. There was only like maybe one song. It was like a Kid Cudi song, but that was about it. It was like a lot of I was gonna say like West African tunes, or like there was like some Afro beats. There was
I recognize most
reggae.
of the I recognize most of the songs. Like some of them was like Nigerian songs too, so like I recognize most of them. But yeah,
that sounds like some shit I gotta watch then.
Was on point, man.
Wait,
you ain't seen that, man?
No, nigga. When am I gonna have time to do that? I don't fucking work it.
I mean, it's a 2 hours long movie, but like every 2 hours of that movie.
Security job I used to have, where I could just watch movies and shit.
You mean you can't watch it while you're driving?
You can't just watch movies while you're driving, bro?
Yeah. Fuck your customers, man. My guy. Like, they live a long life.
Oh shit, that was a good part.
I heard if they don't make it to the airport, the refunds go to you.
What? So
But no, I was gonna say, like, between the soundtrack, the casting was impeccable, bro. I couldn't have imagined a better cast than that.
Every character carried that fucking role, dude. There was no dead.
Lakeith Stanfield and Jonathan Majors in that shit. I wish the nigga didn't die, Lakeith Stanfield, because he did such a good job. Just stoic and psychotic at the same time.
He was, man. Like that shit was crazy, man. That's thing gonna talk about. I'm not a violent man, but you guys are gonna make me create a lot of violence. Like this man was crazy. Like he just like straight up started stabbing people in the legs and shit.
Yeah,
like
no. There was a lot of times when I was watching it where I said, "Whoa!" Because so they were basically doing a train robbery, and the people were like, "Hey, don't you step there." He's like, "Oh, so you want to fight? I don't like violence." And so he punched him, and he said, "That's a good one." And then he dodged for a split second.
Pull out a knife,
disabled this nigga by cutting the tendons in his legs, and just said, "See, I didn't like the violence," and then wiped the blood on a customer's napkin. He said, "Oh, there you go, hold that for me, bitch." And like,
bro, Beam, I think this is like right up your alley on like they're like how much of a like
surprise
quotes and funny quotes in this shit, bro. Yeah. There was that part when Idris Elba knocked this man gold teeth out of his mouth and tell this little kid to pick it up and tell him like, you're gonna be rich now. Take it.
Wow. He just kept beating him with the butt of this gun. He said, he said, get that, go get that, it's gold. You're rich now. Don't tell your mama. Don't tell your mama. All right. They just kept beating the shit out of
my God.
Gosh, who's that? Because there's the guy who got the shit kicked out of him. He surprised me because I thought he was common. But he was a comedian.
I forgot his name.
Yeah.
He's not Mike Epps.
Oh, Dion Cole. It was Dion.
Yeah,
Cole.
him.
He didn't look like him. That's why I was like,
did not.
Oh, what the fuck? He did a pretty good job, but
everybody in that movie carried that role properly,
Yeah.
man. Like nobody was a dead weight.
No, he had Zazie Beats. Jonathan Major's always gonna kill. Boy, Jonathan Major's gonna be a big name. Like
Yeah,
he's
man.
already been a
Like,
big name just because of the fact that a Lovecraft Country and Loki and
right?
Last Black Man in San Francisco. I can't stress enough like that movie is one of the best movies I've seen this year. Um,
Which one?
Last Black Man in San Francisco because Jonathan Majors a isn't a one like the main character. He is a main character, but not the one that's is focused on, and he just kills it. He just kills it. But yeah, no, they did such a great job. All of the cast. Yeah, the Delroy Lindo, the one who like
Yeah.
I remember he did a skit where someone was like on a newscast. He was like, I just don't understand why we can't say the N word, and he was like, just say it. And he's like, oh, I'm not gonna say it. He's like, I'm telling you, I'm giving you permission. Say it. I'll say it for you.
Shot that man right in the
Yeah.
face.
He said this is ridiculous. But
Shot
yeah.
him right in the face. It's like, well, I don't care what the hell he was gonna say.
Yeah.
Don't
Man,
call him a nick. Like when they stopped the train and this man came off the train to talk about what are you nick. She just shot this man right in the face. He's gonna talk. What if he's gonna call us nincompoop? I don't care what the fuck he was gonna call us.
Ain't no nincompoop either. Bro, Regina King just oh my god, that's enough said on that right there. But she killed that role too. They had a brief not I want to say nod, but a good tribute to Chadwick Boseman on the train. I really appreciated that right there.
Oh, they did. Wow, that's
And
dope.
yeah, they did it all. This is a really fun film to watch. I mean,
It was a
there's some
fun
pacing.
ride.
Yeah, like there's some slight pacing issues, but like overall, like anytime a character was just talking amongst the other ones, like it was fun. Idris Elba can definitely play a villain, bro. Izzy, when he said yeah, everybody but him, I said oh no, because like he asked who could drive the train, and then like that one young soldier said, "I
Yeah,
can't." He said, "All right, yeah, kill them
all
all,
right,
except for
yeah.
him." And he just
They
walked
straight up
away.
killed everybody and just walked away, bro.
Yeah,
And it was
Didn't
crazy
you
because
know?
that's the kid. That's the kid from the beginning that is shot in the legs to make his dad open up the door. I told him, what's his name, Baba? What was his name again?
I
Fuck,
don't
I
know.
forgot his name.
General
It was just
Abbott.
funny. Yeah. I talking about dad. Isn't that was they said dad or he's called him Pa or some
No, he
shit
called
like
him
that.
Paul because when he got shot, he said, "Oh, Paul." Oh, jeez.
That
You're
movie
saying
has so
he's a
much
villain.
violence, man, but it was just fucking hilarious violence because like it's not like violence without purpose. Because like they always have a quote, like there's always somebody who could comment when something violent, super violent happened. And the quotes is usually just fucking hilarious. Just like that
Yeah.
cocky kid who was like, yeah, man, I'm fast. I'm
That was. He was like,
I'm
"I'm
the
the
fastest
fastest
gun.
gunslinger," and
Right.
like, it was. I didn't like the fact that he died, but I understood. It's one of those things. Like, honestly, anyone who doesn't like the movie
It's young hubris though, because
no,
I think he could have won that. He could have actually won if he actually were being serious. But
Well, he
his
thought it
dumb
was
ass
a
kept
game.
right.
He thought it was a game, and like everyone was just like, even like Delroy Lindo, the sheriff's just like, boy, that's just gonna get you killed if you
Yep, he
if you
didn't
don't take
listen.
it serious. And like even the Keith Stanfield was like, bruh, it
I
doesn't
hate when
matter
they
how
count
fast.
slow.
Yeah, he was like, I hate when you count slow because it's not how fast you are. That's not the point. It's who's alive and who's dead.
Right? Because like he got shot right through the jaw too. Like that shit was fucking crazy.
Through the jaw, out the back of the head, and he just smiled and just faded away.
Because I really thought he was gonna win that. I knew he was gonna win that fight if he actually like took that shit seriously and stopped being stupid. But because of how cocky he is with his fucking skills, like he didn't have the experience that Lakeith or Sanfield like character had. So that's what happened.
I wish
Yeah.
they didn't kill him. The Keith Stanfield is just He's
Nah,
such a
his character was carrying that movie too, man. Like
yeah.
he was carrying that movie. His character was fucking great.
Oh God, but yeah, that's Harder They Fall. Really good movie. Honestly, if you've seen anime, the ending's gonna break your fucking heart. You're
Yep.
just gonna absolutely stomp on it. So be prepared for that if you haven't seen it. Um, I'm gonna say there's this show on Amazon that is like the Gen Z show. It made me want to like throw my head in the oven. It was so bad. Like I only watched it because one of the YouTubers that I follow had a sponsorship and he was like promoting the show and I watched it and I was like, man, I fucking want to die. Like it's one of those shows that you watch that like you can tell it's made for people who are high so they could just sit back and enjoy noise. Like that's what it felt like. This shit made me dissociate so many times. I thought I was under the influence of ketamine or something.
It's ketamine.
Yeah, I don't know, but fucking bad show.
I mean, I'm gonna see that Wheels of Time movie or show on Amazon that's coming up though. It looks
I mean,
pretty
I'm not gonna
decent.
say like all Amazon shows are bad. I'm just saying that show right there was just like
It was boo boo sauce.
it was like if TikTok had a show, like it was all nothing but trends. Like that's the whole theme about it is like kids trying to follow trends and stuff like that. Like they had some lingo. Like I ain't gonna lie, it made me feel old because of the fact that they were just saying shit that I was like, what? Like it makes me want to get sick, but
Bro,
yeah.
I already feel old because like some of the stupid shit like kids like you know how like we say 5-0 and shit now, like they call police 12. I don't even know what the fuck that is
We've
shit is
always
about.
said that.
And
Yeah,
like
12. Yeah.
like
Fuck
they're
12.
they're like people instead of fucking saying snitching now, they say like what the fuck they say now? They'll 6ix9ine it. I don't 6ix9ine. I'm
Oh,
like, what the fuck?
because of
Like,
the rapper 6ix9ine. Because I mean that's a weird thing. I don't know.
I don't know, man. Like,
I don't know. A lot of the euphemisms come from like are basically references to like real life events. That's
pop
basically how it
culture and
goes.
shit.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie, man. Most of these shits fucking go over my head now. And considering like you're talking to somebody who doesn't have any fucking social media account,
Oh yeah, you're gonna
that
be
is
lost in
even
the
more
sauce, my guy.
fucking yeah.
You're gonna be fucking lost.
I
But
think I'm in that progressive. Is that progressive commercial where like you have that where they say like you're becoming your parents or whatever? They got me in one of those fucking commercials that I'm like.
trust me, you're not the only one. You and everyone in the state of Mississippi probably understand you. Yeah, but man, oh god, man, Netflix created or showcased the casting crew for One Piece. It kind of grew on me, but man, I hate the fact that the first thing people had to complain about was the fact that Usopp was
Not
black.
wait, but
That
Usopp
was
has always been black, bro.
That's what I'm
Usopp is
saying.
black, but
What are they talking about?
the only gripes I had with the casting for that is like me and Izzy were talking about it. It's
Yeah,
like he looks
it's
more
the-
so like Usopp's dad than he actually
Right.
Usopp.
Usopp, like the
Yeah.
guy who's playing Usopp looks like Usopp's dad. That's the only thing. But I guess it's more like he's gonna grow into that role, and eventually Usopp is gonna be looking like his dad anyway. But like, what? How do they have a problem with Usopp being black, bro?
No, because of the fact that it's because of the fact that you got some anime fans are just inherently racist because of the fact that they just think, oh, because of the fact that he's light skinned doesn't mean he's black. I saw this one person.
What are you
like,
guys talking about? Usopp has always been black.
This is coming from the people that say that like Hinata can't be black, but they think that they can cosplay and it's fine despite the fact that they're not Japanese. These are the same niggas that try to make this argument. But no, someone was like saying like, oh, Usopp's not black despite the fact that the creator said that he's African. Like, what the fuck? Like, how do you make an argument
What are
like
you
that?
talking about, bro?
I don't know, but
like, I don't know. Like the casting is on point for me. Like the only thing that I'm kind of worried about is the kid who's going to be carrying that show as the main character, who's going to be playing Luffy. Like,
I mean, he's been reading the books from pictures that I've been seeing, and I mean, he just needs to cut.
Not only that, bro, but like, I mean, that's kind of like, yeah, he need to cut his hair a little bit more, but like, what I'm worried about is like if he's gonna be having the energy, man, because like if anybody's like a One Piece fan, like Luffy has like a fucking lot of energy, and this man is like a one man show with
Pretty much,
a
yeah.
lot of supporting characters. Like he's got to be upbeat all the time, man. And like
Yeah, I'm not
I,
gonna
I
lie.
just
That
hope
little
like the pressure doesn't get to that kid because like that's a fucking big shoes to fill, man.
it really is. And like we were talking about it earlier, man. It's just like that little video they did so you get to see like them announcing that they got their roles. I was just like
Because
about cringe as
yeah,
fuck. Like when I saw
I mean, it was cringy, but I watched it a
I
little
meant
bit
I
more.
meant
I watched it like a few more
specifically for
times, and
Luffy.
like
Everyone else is
the
fine.
other characters grew a little bit on me. It's just like the kid who plays Luffy shit is like
Yeah,
he's gonna get used to because he's gonna take some getting used to because one of the reason like what I say he's gonna take getting used to and he's got to bring that energy is you like now it's a live action, right? So live action stuff, especially shows, got to have a little bit of believability into it. Anime and cartoons and mangas and shit, you could always go with like suspension of disbelief, right? But live action, you got to have some believability to it. And Luffy, at least on the current crew, he's like pretty much like the youngest person. So you gotta have to convince people in real life how like a bunch of people who are way older than this kid is following him and trying to go and accomplish like the dream that he has.
Yeah.
So he got to bring a lot of charisma in that role, man. Like that is gonna be like, and also like the guy who plays like Usopp is like 1 year older than Luffy, but like it's funny because like the guy who plays Usopp look like he's like older than everybody in the cast, which is kind of weird anymore anyway. But I'm not gonna get into that shit anyway. But I
Why
guess
did they
like
show
once
the
they get
time skip? Is this supposed to take place during the time skip?
no,
no,
nigga, this is fucking
this is like
the
One Piece
beginning of
proper
One
from the
Piece.
beginning.
Why are they?
Yeah.
So
That's so stupid. Why people just decided to showcase like their post time skip counterparts? Because of course he's not gonna look like fucking Usopp in the 2 year skip. Like what the man?
the,
Right.
the,
Makes
like
sense.
most of the people who are doing that shit are people who just fucking got into One Piece. Like not they don't even fucking they haven't even been like started One Piece when One Piece was One Piece proper anyway. So they don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
It's bad. That's very very bad.
Because like I'm not gonna lie to you, like beginning of One Piece, I don't care who the fuck it is, that nobody's gonna like Usopp character.
Yeah.
Unless like they change
Yeah.
unless they change it a little bit in the live action, but Usopp character is like one of the most fucking
And especially when you
annoying
get to the
character.
Water 7 arc, yeah, he just comes like you just hate this nigga during that entire arc,
But
basically.
that's
Yeah.
also that's funny though because like around Water 7 arc, that's why I started hating him, like hating his character. But I also started loving his character from there because like from that moment where you like hate his character, he also got some good characterization on there and good character development. So like he he became more not I wouldn't say relatable, but like his character became more flushed out because initially he was just this bum, not the bum on the crew, but like this joker on the crew who's just like who's always afraid of shit and never really stand up for anything and just runs away and just cowards away on everything. So like his character didn't have that
Yeah.
much depth to it.
How do I
So
remember this? I somehow remember watching Water 7, and I know exactly what you're talking about. This guy decided to dress up like someone else.
right,
Yeah,
so
and then
Soga
Yeah.
came.
yeah, and then also he basically he basically like disrespected his captain
Right.
on and
This nigga over here fucking started a fucking internal like he basically committed mutiny anyway. That's what it
yeah, that's
is.
basically what
Damn,
he's
on game.
basically he's just like, yeah, I fucking
Yeah.
hate you, dude, but we about to fight for the captain. Captain of the
Nigga
ship.
wanted
And
to fucking
obviously
be
it's just
captain,
like,
bro.
it's just like, bro, you're not gonna fucking win. This nigga has a double idiot. Like, I
Nigga
don't care
wanted to be
what you do.
captain. I mean, but you gotta give it to him though. That's also where I started respecting Usopp, because even though with his character being the way it is, and Luffy being so overwhelmingly stronger than him, but he didn't get bodied really too badly though, because he was putting in work on Luffy too.
That's because Luffy didn't really want to hurt this.
But that also shows you how resourceful Usopp is, especially if he knows.
No, that's no slight to him. He's hella resourceful for sure.
Especially if he knows, like, he got more details on your ability. Like, this nigga could fucking come up with like some really MacGyver shit on the fly to like screw you and like fuck you over really quickly if he has to. Because that's why I also like most about Usopp's fight though.
If this nigga would have, if he would have had like either like Sea Stone something, he could have probably won.
Yeah, he could have.
Then he could have
was using was
deactivated, Luffy's powers, and then,
right.
Yeah. But I mean, obviously that wasn't gonna be what happened.
Getting back to the casting though, like I don't like initially I would like we were in the text like talking about that shit and making fun of it, but like after like watching the video a little bit more, I could see those characters like working out, man. But
I'm not saying I hated all the casting. Like some of the casting was like, what the fuck? Like, especially like Mr. Eminem for fucking Sanji, but it's like,
right.
What you saying, his hair.
Yeah, all he
he's obviously gonna grow out his hair, and they're gonna like make that shit blonde anyway. So that shit is gonna
playing. Her name's Emily Rudd, I think. She's playing Nami. So
that's pretty.
Yeah, she's fine.
But she looks more so like her. She looks more so like her post
time skip, right?
Post time skip, yeah.
Post time skip look instead of like pre time skip, which
which means she's gonna have to cut her hair.
Cut her hair, yeah. Instead of making her hair long, she's gonna have to do like the bowler bangs thing. But like
the guy looks like Zoro that looks spot on. Like this guy even has the same head shape as Zoro.
He does, and the good thing about that shit that we were talking about, this man actually knows martial art and sword fighting in real life, so that's even better too, man. So
exactly, and he has
that's gonna be authentic and sticking with this shit. That's what another thing that like I hate about some shows that where it's like martial art centric, but they never really like cast people who actually knows martial art. That kind of pisses me off. So like the idea that they're actually going with people who's actually a little bit like within the martial art realms of things, it kind of makes it more, I would say like better, but like more tolerable, you know?
Yeah. It makes sense.
And like me and Beam was talking about before you got on here. Like I hope they don't try to like make all of them like adopt this like kind of American accent when they're playing these characters. I would rather all of them like stick with that original accent that they have, because that's basically One Piece in a nutshell, where like a group of individuals from different backgrounds come together to form this like tight-knit family of a crew. So like you already have the making of it already. All of them, every character on the crew is pretty much from a different background and shit. I know like the guy who plays Luffy, he seems to have like a really heavy accent, but I hope like he sticks with that instead of having to like try to make, because like One Piece is a long series. I don't want it to fall in that trap of one division, right? Where like you started with some stupid fake accent, then eventually season 2 rolls around, you forgot how to fucking like do the accent that you fucking started with. Then
for WandaVision, that was actually intentional. You mean for when she first appeared, the accent was just fucking weird. And then so they just dropped it.
Yeah, you know what I meant. Like for the movies, like not the WandaVision series, but you know what I'm getting at. I just want them to like stick with that authentic shit, because like One Piece is a fucking long ass series, man. So if you're more comfortable the way you're talking and just fucking read the scripts and act, it goes a long way than for you to keep faking an accent all the time, Yeah. I mean, that's what they are, professional actors. So hey, what do I know? Maybe they could pull that shit off, but I'd rather like just stick to the core of what One Piece is, like a bunch of individuals from different backgrounds coming together to form a family. So if they can stick with the accent, that would be good. But I don't really.
Bro, what's her name?
The
Bro,
wrestling did a good job with it.
bro, Jamie Lee Curtis is apparently a huge One Piece fan, right? And I
Yeah,
didn't even know that. And people were
they're
like,
trying
bro,
to get her
she
to
should
play
play
Dr.
Kuroha.
Korea. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, bro,
I
that
mean,
would
that's
be
that's
awesome,
gonna be
bro.
season 2 though, and
That
that's
would be
another thing.
awesome.
If this project becomes successful, like it is one of the fucking show that is like gonna be ripe for a bunch of famous one-off like guest stars because there are gonna be a whole bunch of like famous people who just gonna come on there and play like a character for like certain episode or arc and just not come back again because they have One Piece have like a really fucking lot of characters, so it's gonna be right for a bunch of people coming in there to play guest stars, play guest stars roles and shit. Like, let's say like that's another thing with the Shanks character, right? Like, we were talking about where like they're gonna probably cast somebody super famous to play Shanks, and Shanks is gonna be in like the first episode of One Piece, but you're never even gonna see this nigga till like probably like
Way
season
later.
3 or season 4.
Because wait,
So
when the next time he shows up, is that Marineford? You see this nigga again?
no, he shows up Water 7 after Water 7 arc when Luffy then finally got that bounty.
Oh yeah, that's
says,
right. And yeah, that's right. Yeah.
that says like they were like 300 million. Was it after Alabasta or was it? I think it was either after Alabasta or after Water 7. One of those arc. I don't fucking remember, but yeah. So like even like in the anime, Shanks is one of those characters that rarely fucking shows up. So like I think they're gonna cast somebody like super famous to play Shanks, but just to have like the famous actor on the in the first episode, just to have like a lot of audience who are not familiar with One Piece, just to be just to like grab their attention because a lot of shows does that too.
Yeah.
Like they will always have like famous people and like superstars and like in the first episodes or shit, but like once like once like the season start going on or the show start going on, you realize like those famous people weren't really part of the main cast. They're just there to grab the attention of the audience and shit. So I mean, either way, I don't really care, but they're gonna pretty much cast somebody famous in my opinion to play Shanks.
Yeah.
Oh, good all around, I guess. On that.
Yeah,
Hopefully it ends up being good.
hopefully,
Boy.
but not gonna cross my butt cheeks about it.
Yeah. So, Beam, you finally got a chance to play Apex Season 11?
Yeah. Because
I played it
initially,
too. Pretty fun.
yeah, it is pretty fun, man. Initially, like, I wasn't sure how I felt because I had only played a couple days, but yeah, man, it's been fun. The new map. A lot of the guys I play with, they don't seem to like the map just because they say it's too big, and I kind of see that because if you don't land near people, nigga, you are hard pressed to find a fight. But that's a both a good and a bad thing because honestly, man, like I don't know about everyone else, man, but I just hate it on some of the other maps where you think you're in a good fight, you're about to finish these off, and what happens? A group of fucking hungry ass niggas just comes up behind you and just shoot you in the back of your head. So yeah. That kind of
I've had some really funny games. Like we played a game right where we pretty much wipe out 2 squads, and we're over here like, and the ring was closing. This is what happened. Like we wipe out 2 squads, right? The ring is closing right there. The ring down 2 of my teammates, and I still have 4 health. About to go revive these motherfuckers. Guess what happened? Bunch of spiders and the land creatures came out of nowhere and mauled me to death. I was so pissed off, man. Like, and I was a kill leader. I was a kill leader in that fucking game too.
Oh man.
Yeah,
But when you died in the kill feed, they said died like a bitch, basically, because
Got mauled by fucking Scooby-Doo.
but that's what's I like about the new map. It has that dynamic function going on with it, which is just interesting because like it doesn't only require skills to play in the new map. You also require some form of luck, just a little bit, because
Right?
you could
Because
just wipe out an entire team, and you have like a sliver of health left, and you have a random creature come out of nowhere and just emerge from the back and
Don't be
kills you
surprised if
immediately.
that thing gets deleted because of the fact that a lot of the pro players don't actually.
They don't like it.
Yeah, no, they don't. They don't
of course
like
they
it at
don't. They
all.
don't ever. They don't like
That's
fucking anything. They like literally, bro.
Yeah,
It
they
doesn't.
like the
It does.
status quo.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like literally every season, these niggas complain
About
every
everything. Yeah,
fucking season. It's
and
just it's so stupid, man.
it's funny because they're the ones who keep trying to like tell, like, say people complain about stuff, but they complain about most shit all the fucking time, and it is always their fault that shit gets nerfed anyway, because they, as soon as they start complaining about it, that damn audience also start complaining about it, then you will never hear the end of this shit.
Yeah, exactly.
So like
boy.
the innovative features of the games then becomes less innovative, because I guess they're gonna turn that, like, the AI creatures down and shit, and then it's gonna
I
remove that
hope they
dynamic
just.
function.
I just hope they say fuck whatever you guys say. Just leave it the way
No,
it is.
I don't
It's
think
never
they should
gonna
turn that
happen.
shit down, dude, because like that map is so huge. You need those AI dynamic creatures to like actually make the game
And
lively. If
bro,
you don't have it, it's gonna just
the
have a
only
spacious map without nothing to do.
there's
Unless you're
literally
gonna increase the player
there's
count.
literally only spots where like those creatures even roam. So like,
Right.
and you could use that shit to your advantage anyway. Like if you're getting fucking chased, nigga, just break some spider eggs and like get their attention away from you, and then you
Right. And
get away or
and
something.
those creatures are not pointless either, because when you kill them, they actually drop
Drop
loot to you.
ammo,
Ammo, loot, and
attachments, yeah,
a
all
whole bunch of
sorts of
stuff.
stuff.
So they're
Yeah.
not there for just useless factor, or just to crap on you or whatnot. They're actually
Exactly.
useful.
Also,
Exactly.
And it's also like a risk to kill them too, because by shooting them, you're making noise with your weapons, and now you're creating an opportunity for other people to come and try to kill you too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, hopefully they don't do that, right? Like, hopefully they don't actually decide to listen to a pro player and be like, all right, well, since
Because
since
that's
Asu didn't actually like the fact he kept getting his ass chewed by a spider, we're just gonna go ahead and delete him. So pack it up.
yeah.
In fact, we're actually
Yeah.
gonna just go ahead and decrease the size of the map. Instead of like cutting it by half, we're gonna basically try to make it the same size as Skulltown. So yeah, have fun.
God, that would be terrible. I just wouldn't even play. I wouldn't play until that map was off rotation. Fuck that.
I would just go back to retirement is what I would do. But I don't know, maybe I'll play tonight. I don't know. I've been, boy, this week has been so
Yeah, sometimes I don't even have the energy to turn on my system, bro.
Yeah. But last thing I have for games is the GTA 5 Definitive Edition Disaster. I don't know why the fuck Rockstar decided.
Bro,
to
I
release
told you
this
guys that shit
goddamn
was gonna
game.
be stupid.
I didn't disagree with you. I was just questioning as far as why they even decided to do it in the first place, because when people first saw it, like I said, the first indication that it was gonna come out was when they started suing the modders and stuff like that. But it came out, it was awful. If anyone looked at the PC specs, the shit was so high, it doesn't make any sense why a game that came out over 20 years ago is going to require 16 gigabytes of RAM and a GTX 970. That is insane. But that's not the worst part of it, right? So it came out yesterday, and all the servers for Rockstar on the PC just crashed. They shut it down. And why? Because the fact that they had copyrighted music that they didn't bother to take off.
But that's the funny part about it, though. If they would have actually bought it, I think this game would have been cheaper if they would have just remade it instead of trying to do whatever the fuck they actually did.
They didn't want to do that, though. It's because of the fact that I feel like they were trying to take the heat off from the fact that GTA 5 was getting so much flack, because they were like relying on GTA 5 to make their money, because they don't want to put any focus on Red Dead or anything like that, because with GTA you could just do shit so simply, and
Well,
just do it that way.
they fucked it up then, because
Yeah, they
It would
fucked
have
up.
been so. It would have been so better if they just remade it instead of trying to do that remastered, bodacious, super edition, deluxe,
It's not even like
triple
a
play
deluxe
edition.
version. It's like a simple reshader with a few
Yeah,
remodeled characters.
pretty
The
much.
remodeled
They
characters
did.
look disgusting. One character looks
They
like a
pretty much
fucking
did
moon
what the
emoji.
models were already doing. Just touch it up and make shit shinier. That's all they
Yeah,
did.
but the
And
modders
they
did
tried
a
to sell
lot.
that shit.
They had like overhauls though, which is like the reason why people are upset because it just looks like shit. Like, yeah,
I don't know
the
who's buying
details.
that shit because I'm not gonna
I
buy
don't
it,
know.
but
I
I know
was
a
gonna
bunch of
buy
people
it.
who own his Switch is probably gonna buy that shit
Oh
because
yeah, probably. I mean, I was gonna
Switch
buy it
Switch
because of the
people
fact
be,
that
I don't know.
yeah, I mean, I was gonna buy it because of the fact that the controls were updated because you like with the older versions you just couldn't play it, um, with the analog controller. But after that shit, I was like, no, fuck that because
Oh,
Rockstar,
I was never gonna buy that shit.
yeah,
Unless it was actually a remake, I am not gonna buy a super bodacious remastered ultra triple flex edition or whatever the fuck they
Triple flex.
I don't know what the fuck they're calling it, but fuck that. I'm not buying it.
you
Yeah,
know, but
I'll just wait till GTA 6. I'm good.
yeah, whenever that comes out though, because you got to remember they're if we gotta wait 7 more years for another console. I swear to God, if we have to see another fucking GTA 6 or GTA 5, or this nigga Michael is hanging up on a beach chair, being like, "Why did I move here?" I swear, I don't know. I don't know what I would do
I mean,
because
there's
I'm
nothing you
so
can
sick
do
and tired.
except
I mean,
shake your
I
head.
can, but it would be illegal. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. It's not worth throwing my life over for. Like but it's just man, it's just fucking crazy how they just think that we actually want this shit. It's mind blowing. Fuck GTA 5. Fuck you, Rockstar.
Yep.
That's it for me. At least as far as what I got on my mind. Is you got anything to say?
This nigga's gone.
Izzy, did you fall asleep?
This nigga's just gone.
Alright, never mind. Well, let's go ahead and close this out.
Then this nigga comes back saying, well, we were asking you if you had any last thoughts, my guy.
Oh,
You're just...
last touch. Last tits.
Yeah, alright.
Oh.
That's enough.
All right.
Let's go and close this out.
This fucking guy. But all right, man. You already know what it is. Cosby Podcast, episode 6. Thank you for listening. If you made it this far, I really appreciate the listeners. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. You already know what it is. Thank you once again. We are out. Peace.